So we're back at Cadwell Park again. Yet another windy, blustery day, but the weather's not so bad for people to go terracing around this circuit. But they're not going just generally terracing around the circuit. I'm joined by Roger Burnett here, who's infamous from his GP days and many other things, but we won't discuss that on television. But Roger, this is a bit different. We've got track days, we've got superbike races. You can go and pay somebody and he'll teach you how to race a bike. But this is just a bit different, isn't it? Tell us about it.
Well, the motorcycle industry is a big growth area at the moment, as you're aware. And I don't know if you're aware or not, but this year there have been quite a few more deaths on the roads
than we'd like.
We'd like. And I personally feel that it's sort of a lack of knowledge of how to basically control a bike. So what we've devised here is a rider skills course, which means that you go and pass your test. We don't teach people how to ride bikes, but what we do is once you've passed your test, we enable you to come to a safe, controlled environment and learn to develop skills of riding your bike so that when you go back out onto the road, you're actually a better rider.
Yeah.
Now the point is that there's no point in practicing anything that's bad. It's like if you're swimming, playing golf, or whatever you do, if you play golf badly, then all you do by doing it more is to practice something that's bad. And I believe that there's a lot of people that don't quite understand fundamentally how to control a bike, how a bike works, and what happens when you get into a situation where you're out of control, because that's what's going to happen. And better that happen in a controlled environment like this than out on the public roads.
What's the format? So the guy comes along, pays his wonga. How much would it cost, by the way?
Well, the course is £99. That includes a lunch, but it includes, this is the most important thing, it includes a 3-hour course. The syllabus is devised by myself, and that 3-hour course is in a group of 5 people to 1 instructor. So the ratio of instruction that you get is incredible.
Yeah.
And we've got people coming off here that have been riding bikes for 30 years, 25 years, any amount of time, and they've all got a grin from ear to ear.
Yeah.
They've all learnt something. They all feel they can go away and ride more safely on the road. They're all aware of what to look out for when they're riding on the road. They're all aware of how to control the bike better when it gets out of control. And most people are frightened of leaning a bike over. They're worried that there's less grip. Well, in fact, there's more grip when you lean a bike over than there is when it's upright. And it's this kind of confidence things that we're trying to instill in people.
Well, thanks very much, Roger. You've convinced me. So we better go down there and see what these lads think about it and what they've got to say.
Yeah, it's a good day, somewhere where you can come and practice safely and get going faster. Yeah, enjoying it so far. Very good.
It's good practice. It's good to keep going round and round and trying each corner in a different way, in a different speed. But still a long way to go yet.
It's magic. You sort of get it down, lay it down, they teach you how to do it proper. No probs. Really good. Good fun.
This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and it's quite a relief really to get off the road and avoid all the vehicles. It's really good. And I think after this I may well have a go at track day.
Best thing I've done on a motorcycle so far.
So we've got the opinion of the lads who are being taught. Why don't we ask the opinion of the lad who's teaching them? What on earth he's sort of let himself in for here? This is Toddy, and he's been doing a bit of tutoring.
Yeah, well, the format of the day is we take the guys out on the track. It's an open track, so we take them out and give them plenty of track time. Most of the guys here have been riding for some time and can ride their bikes, and what's really important is they're all eager to learn. We take them through basic sitting on the bike, rider position, how that affects the handling of the bike and the steering of the bike. We then take them on to how to steer a motorcycle, because believe it or not, some of these guys here have been riding for 20 years and don't actually think about how they steer it. It just seems to happen. So we give people the sort of skills to do that. We're taking them out in groups of 5 pupils, 1 instructor. Each of them will get individually assessed during the day by the instructor, by me, and they will do various exercises, including a little bit about counter steering and how that operates, what you need to do on the bike to make that work for you. And then we'll take them round and we will stop them from using their brakes all the way round, which is always an interesting exercise. Give them plenty of track time and really try and give them value for money. And as I think as the guys are saying, that they're learning a fair bit.
Are you
hopefully.
aiming to teach them only trackcraft and riding skills for on the track, or is the idea to let that extend onto the road and be a safer rider on the road?
Right, well, just to answer that, I'm a road rider. I'm not a track rider. I don't race on the track. I do track days as an instructor, but I'm primarily a road rider. The way we're getting them to approach the circuit here is to imagine that it is the left-hand side of the road, and the lines that we're teaching them are purely road lines. So it's geared up to, it will basically benefit them when they get back out and ride home.
I feel I've learnt quite a bit in terms of getting the balance better on the bike, moving myself around on the bike a lot more, and thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, excellent. Just learning a bit about the bikes and transfer a weight across the chassis of the bike just so you can get into corners a lot faster. Brilliant day.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I've learnt more in the first hour than I've learnt in 29 years of having a licence, so it's got to be good value for money.
Yeah, I'm having a great time. I thought I could ride before I got here, and the first 6 laps convinced me I couldn't. And I'm waiting to hear whether I'm getting any better, but I feel I am. So, money well spent so far.
It's an excellent idea. We wish you all the best with it. Presumably you'll be doing many more next year.
Yes, we will. We're hopefully going to do another 12 next year here at Cadwell Park. Cadwell lends itself to the course because Cadwell's up and down, it's got blind brows, it's got tricky things, it's got everything that you could come across on a road. Plus, it becomes cost effective for us to be able to give the level of tuition that we need to give. So we will stick to Cadwell.
Excellent. So there you go, folks. You can learn how to better yourself on a track without having to just go out there, pay your wonga and go tear-assing round and frighten the hell out of yourself. So look out for it in Ride Magazine next year.